another SEO myth, and I think this is becoming less of a myth and more of people understanding that this is the case, is that Google Ads doesn't have an impact on SEO. Now we can definitively say, because of the Google's antitrust trial reveals, that clicks do matter in SEO. Clicks and engagement on the page. They basically got caught with their pants down saying, hey, in our guidelines and a documentation, what we say on Twitter and things like that is, clicks don't really matter. We more focus on the quality of the website, the content. Come to find out through their own internal documentation, there's a bit of magic to it. There is click data running through the system, and they don't do it literally. They say, okay, we take the model of what a website is getting a lot of clicks for and go, websites like this should rank better. So there's not a direct insight, according to them, that they're looking at browser data. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. They probably are, if they have Chrome. Is that a website will benefit from clicks. Thus, if you're using Google Ads on your website, you're probably going to do a little bit better in SEO. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to get you to number one immediately, but it's going to have a little meaningful impact that more users are going to click to your website. Even if it's 10 more clicks than you're getting from the previous month you were doing it, Google's going to pick up on that signal and go, well, someone's clicking on this brand. It must be slightly good. And once you lock into a first page position, and I've seen this personally, I put out an article with my EEAT checklist, put a little bit of Google Ads spend towards it, that particular page, and it got to the first page of Google globally, which is really awesome. And I stopped the ads next month, nowhere to be seen. Brian Dean took me over, but that's totally fine. I accept that Brian Dean's got a better publication to me. He's got a partnership with SEMrush. It's totally fine. I understand that. But that showed me, okay, even my little article, my little Australian-based blog out in the middle of nowhere still had a pretty good impact just by running a little bit of ads to a keyword that no one's bidding on, basically. So test it out. Go out there and do a little bit of ad spend and see if it works for you, see if you get more clicks to the website. And I think indirectly, that will impact your SEO.
Yep, definitely. I can also second exactly what Lawrence was saying. I've had personal experience with this as well. So the tidbit is that CTR and engagement matters as a ranking factor, and it definitely affects your website. For one of my clients, I actually tested this as well, where we had a keyword that was 75 KD on Ahrefs. So very competitive keyword, had around 6,000 monthly searches. And what we did was we didn't build a single backlink for 2 months to the website. So we left everything, no new content, no SEO optimization. All we did was we ran ads, like Lawrence was saying, to that specific page that was ranking for the keyword that we wanted to rank for. And then we were driving more traffic to it. And then what we saw over 2 months was that that keyword went from position 4 to position 3 and then position 2, right? Just from that increased engagement. We did nothing else for 2 whole months, right? And then it jumped up to position 2. When we turned off the ads, it dropped back down to position 5. So Google must have been like, whoa, what happened to the engagement on this page? It must no longer be as relevant to users anymore. So that page dropped down to position 5. And then when we turned it back on, it went back up to position 4. So it hasn't quite gotten back up to that like position 2 yet. It's actually something that we're still running now, but it could get back up to that position 2. So CTR definitely is CTR and engagement metrics definitely is a ranking factor that you should be considering. And thinking about how can I get more people to the page that I'm trying to rank, but then also how can I get them to stay and engage with my website and not to bounce off.
Absolutely. And locking into that first page position, if your business has never experienced that before, to get to 2, 3, even 1 for a month, Google would then go, okay, this is a brand worth ranking. And then you get to the territory of having to compete. So what we noticed in our client base a few years back is we had a lot of small clients that were struggling to get rankings, and we were doing everything we potentially could to get them to rank just from a pure SEO perspective. They weren't doing any ads, but then we found doing some split testing that our client base that usually had a bit of ad spend, we're not talking anything crazy like millions of dollars, but a couple $100 per month, did statistically slightly better in SEO. So the war between SEO and paid ads, we're here, we're bartering peace. We're saying, hey, let's work together. We both have our strengths, and indirectly to each other, we're both going to benefit for that if we do that in unison. I went to a lot of wars with the SEO people, with the SEM people, and gone, hey guys, turn off that branded spend. But now I'm a little bit more like, yeah, let's go. Let's click and do some branded clicks. Let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely. The more real estate you can take up on the SERPs is never going to hurt the business.
Yeah, but don't take credit from us, okay? We're working together now.
Definitely.